Hey guys, Nolar here. I'm back with Arknights, and we're not going to be doing any summoning this time. We're just going to be doing some look at the new contingency contract. It's a new event. It's kind of interesting in that regard because, as you can see, just started, and you kind of pick the difficulties and just run with it. It's kind of unique because it gives a challenge. So this is what it looks like. Of course, we're going through a little bit of story. I always think the stories in Arknights is interesting, even though I don't remember most of it. I just remember when I go through them, it's pretty cool. But yeah, so the thing about Arknights, if for those who are new to the channel, and welcome to the channel, by the way, it's a tower defense gacha game. Basically, and if you've ever played any tower defense game, you drop your units, they do certain effects and whatnot, and then you just kind of go from there. And I enjoy tower defense games for the most part. And this game in particular is more of a side game. You don't really focus it too much, especially if you're free to play, because the sanity, or aka the stamina system, refreshes at such a slow rate that and the stages take like 20 to 30 stam, that you basically do like 4 or 5 stages. You're done for half a day. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff to do. There's bases and trading systems with friends and whatnot, but it's more of like a half an hour in even that login, and it's an auto farm too. Once you successfully completed a stage, you can the AI will then like redeploy exactly what you did. Like, it learned all of your inputs, puts it down, and then you should clear the stage again like that. So again, I do it on the side. In the beginning, they actually limited you how many times you could refresh your sanity based on your premium currency, right? So like, you can only do it 10 times a day before, but a couple weeks ago they updated it where you can do it as long as you want. So if you're willing to spend the money and whale out, then you can definitely up your resource farm and whatnot. So anyway, so we're just going through the story of the contingency contract. Again, in the beginning, this audio got garbled in the initial recording, so I'm doing a post recording now. So obviously I'm not giving you the exact same thoughts like when I was actually playing the playthrough like I normally would. But I figured this was kind of interesting to try, if not try to salvage as much as possible. So here we are. We're just still running through the story here. And yeah, so here's the thing. So these icons represent like a restraint or like a condition. So when you get through it, it's actually kind of interesting. You can pick and choose, and depending on how much of the contingency you put in, the more difficult it gets, and of course the more rewards you get. So here we go off the bat. So yeah, this is a little tutorial of how it looks. I think it's only here for a couple weeks. So and the main prize out of this is the new siege skin, which is absolutely what I'm looking for. So we're gonna try to play through it and see how far we get. There you go. So when you get to a contingency of 3, it's not so difficult. You got a couple restraints like increase HP or defense on the enemies, or decrease defense and HP on your units. But when you get to the hard ones where they you stack them all together, you're like, yeah, that really changes how I want to do my team building and operate. So that's what makes it so interesting. I'm very into theory crafting and team building. That's why I like Dokkan and all those other games that really promote that kind of thinking. And as long as it's fun when it comes out, then that's what matters, right? So, all right, here we are. So, the contract bounty, contingency contracts, these are the 2 stages, and these are your missions to get currency. So the gold ones are there to unlock other contingencies, and the red ones is currency to buy stuff from the shop, which I'm sure you're used to from every gacha game. So the left one is, as of this recording, was 35 hours. When this gets up there, it'll be less than a day left. But here's your contingencies, right? Oh, well, I was looking at the enemy intelligence, but here's the map. So this gives you an idea of how you want to place your units and where the enemies are coming from. So I'm thinking here, like, at first I didn't know how the units play because I didn't play it. And here are your contingencies, right? So like HP seals are reduced to 1, which means only one unit can slip through, or actually no unit can slip through, because if one slips through, you die. And I'm still trying to figure out, like, oh, what is this? You know, all that kind of stuff. So that the yellow thing there helps you. These are the ones that restrict you the most. And see, you're in the red now, which means that you have the most contingencies and restrictions. So it'll be fairly difficult to get through. Yeah. So and then there's the support, and that's all. So I'm still like trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. So max squad operators reduced to 6. That's quite a bit. It means you have to be smart with your units and stuff. So I think I just went through this one with only a couple just to test it out and see. And yeah, and so I'm running through and thinking, okay, so HP seals reduced to 1, plus 50% on that. And here's like some of the other contingencies, like the achievements or milestones have like, hey, you got to run 3 of these or 4 of these or 6 of these together and see how far you get. So I'm just trying to think out loud, like, oh, who do I want? Mosimo is good. I haven't really used her much, so I think she's great for the AoE stun.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, what am I thinking here? Okay, so Nightingale, I need another healer. She's really good. Now, the thing is, like, this is going to really encourage people to diversify their roster, level up units. And that's what I'm doing now, right? I'm farming a ton of resources to raise people, level, and whatnot. Okay, so Myrtle, this is my first run through. And it was terrible. Because I forgot how far that bottom unit would attack. And I was like, okay, let me get the my exercise, apple pie out, and then I'm like, oh no, she's not gonna kill them all in time, and she's gonna be dead. And I think this is where I try to salvage what I could, but I don't think it was enough. Siege is my waifu, and she's the best. She's really good. I don't think she's the best, honestly, to be absolutely fair. Yep, and this is where I paused it and said, alright, I gotta rethink my strategy, because first time seeing it, I had no idea what was happening, so I completely failed. But that's the nature of tower defense games, especially this one. You need to really see how the AI goes and what your struggle is, and adapt your strategy to it. So I think I continue this, but this time I swap out Myrtle for Texas, I want to say. Myrtle's like probably the best Vanguard for deployment points, but I'm just so used to Texas. Although this time I was like, well, she's really low, so I think I leveled her up. I'm pretty sure. Yep, there we go. Yeah, so that's my small stash. I've got 1.4 million LMD, but it's still not enough, because my goal is to get everyone to EP2, which is the second tier, like the highest tier, I should say. So for a while, I was just farming the hell out of the XP mats and the LMDs just to level people, just strictly level them, let alone EP2 them. All right, so here we go. Think we are. Yep. So we're back on it, and now I put her like towards the back of the base right there. Yeah, because I figured that's the path of the dogs. It wouldn't be so bad to put her there, and just to make sure she can get her activation skill off, so she can pop off more, stun them, and then like right here, I'll stun, I'll pop more DP, so I'll put down yeah, I put down Schwartz there, although I realized later I should put her facing up, because the skill I have on her, like, she goes to super shred mode, but only to the first 3 tiles in front of you, and I'm clearly like not facing the right direction. Needed a healer, so drop down Solopsis there. Okay, so yep. I thought she was gonna go. I mean, that unit was go straight to Texas, but instead it did a loop. So I have time. I have to put siege there just to like, okay, let's kill her. And anybody that comes down from the bottom up would be my best way to deal with them. The siege just constantly gives herself those action points for her skill. So, and then I put another healer down to make sure she's topped off. Yeah, see, so here, this is where I learned I made a mistake, because I realized it's just the first 3 tiles, and I was like, oh no, I'm already hindered. But that's okay. And normally I hate one-times mode, but when you're like playing for the first time, deploying things, and here's where I speed it up. For the first time, you're like, okay, once I get like everything situated, I think, then we'll be fine. So 2x speed is there. Really, 2x speed is there for the auto farm. You know, when you got auto deploy ready and you get things just in hand to go. And Exercise doing her job. I'm still working on raising her skills. So like, you level them up, you limit break them, which is the EP1, and then the second limit break is EP2. And then after that, once they level and break, they get an extra skill, and then you can also level those skills. But those take a lot of time and a lot of investment. So I haven't really been doing that. I've just strictly been farming LMD and XP mass just to raise people to EP2. Also, raising them to EP2 means that they get extra skills and bonuses for the base, which I show at the end. So here, they got the big armored guys. Ayafaya in the back there. She's an AoE unit, but the best thing about her is she just shreds people, ignores that defense, and just goes to town. And this is what Siege is going to do, is put some damage on the way, and of course Schwartz is just, you know, shredding armor, and we're done. So the first run through wasn't too bad at all. So we did that, and that's okay. And then I'm thinking, all right, what else can I try here? What's some more difficult ones? Okay, so I've got the milestones. So I did contingency 1 and 2. I think I have to do a few more. So I'm like, all right, just gotta raise the bar a little bit, and that's how they engage you a little bit, which I think is interesting. Again, I really like this event, and as long as they've got one every couple days, a new map, new contingencies, I'm all for it, man. All for it. Okay, so what did I pick here? Enemies max HP increased. I haven't actually used that tracked effects because I just wanted to see the contingencies as they are and see how far I could get. Alrighty, so I decided to try 4, right? Do I do 4 or 5? I think I tried a 5 and failed miserably. Alrighty.
Team 全員に全力で戦わせる。行きましょう。
Alright, so restart this one. We're trying a different tactic with Myrtle. We're going multiple vanguards to get more the DP out. Okay, and then once Myrtle gets to her max, she lets people through, but she's in the back line. Doesn't matter. That helps me rapidly get more DP. So I get Exercise out. pop another one to stun and get more DP out, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to heal everyone. And I think silence in the back at that area would work. Okay, now I've got everyone ready. Need Schwartz. And again, I made the mistake of facing Schwartz to the left when I should face her to the up to the north there. But Xu is going to wreck these dogs, and then we see what's left. So I instead of like the back line, I had to put her right below silence so that she could get some more heals. Alright, and okay. Alrighty, so everything looks pretty good at this point. I think I gotta put Siege at the bottom below Texas. Or do I put Mostima? Okay, put Mostima. Face her down. Because I want the stun to go off and trap them in and then short shred them. So again, gotta use that stun for the extra DP. Okay, see, this is where I realized my mistake. It's like she's not attacking anybody in front of her. That block is in front of her. So I had to point her up in order to make sure the effect goes off. Well, Xu's doing her job. Put Siege down there. So now we're good. I've got Silence's deployment drone out in case I need it, which I think I do towards the end. So dogs keep coming through. They're easy to deal with. Again, get that stun out. There we go. So I'm trying to figure out who do I activate any skill on. So I realized, okay, so the big dude coming around, I'm gonna have Mosima do her stun. Make sure she's on the tile where both her and Schwartz can get her. So right here, and Schwartz is just shredding her. And we get the stun again. So it's all about CC and learning about your, you know, what the skills can do, using that to your advantage. So yeah, like, even though I'm leaking a little bit, I haven't fully leaked at this point because I have Siege to help out and Myrtle's right there in the back again, just in case I need it. Don't need more deployment points. Now we just activate everything just to kill the last one and we're done. So, as we move on, that's Contigency 4. Not too bad. I'd have to definitely change my strategy if I'm going to do other stuff. So, now I'll go back and see, okay, yeah, let's get all these done. Now we opened up some more. And I think we've got enough to get, well, no, we don't have enough to get Siege's outfit, but it's fine. And I tried this one. So this one's here for pretty much the entire run. And all those gold pieces I get, I can spend to unlock the other contingencies. Okay, and then one day I'm going to do a contingency of like everything, you know. We'll see how that turns out. But I'm looking at the map and saying, okay, they come pretty much from everywhere. They get funneled at the bottom portion. So I need to put my Vanguard and a tank there to make sure that they stay around there and have my DPS just kill them all right there. So I was like, okay, let me just do do a basic one. I just wanted to at least run it through once just to see what it looked like. And here we are. So, and all right, so I'm thinking about my team comp and my setup. And I thought Helliger would be good in the back, maybe. Well, Silver Ash I wanted right behind whoever my tank is. Because there's that one block I can't put someone right directly behind. And that's what I was thinking. Do I need Lapland? Do I need Chen? So I think I swapped Chen for Helliger. Yep. So I can put Helliger on the edge. And if you didn't know what Helliger does, he can't be healed, but every time he attacks, he heals himself. So he's just kind of the lone wolf you put on the side. All right, and here we go. Now I'm seeing like where the directions are. So I'm like, okay, Myrtle's gonna come down here just to get the DP out. Again, it's Myrtle. She's great, but I'm still not absolutely used to her kit. I'm thinking, okay, where do I put blue poison? Because I want to slow people down to get into the funnel of death there. Thinking that's a good area. I realize maybe not the best. Alright, but here I'm like, I can't activate it. And I need to get a healer out for Myrtle just so she survives at least. Okay, so now I'm thinking, alright, Myrtle's not really helping here because I got so many units coming out so soon. Okay, and I think, alright, Exu's gonna be out. Let's get her going. Okay, and at this point I should have activated Myrtle's thing, but I'm still afraid how fast people are coming. And I realize this big dude's coming, and I'm like, alright, well, let's get Lapland out or Silver Ash. I was thinking about Lapland, but I'm like, no, Silver Ash is better at this point. So, well, shorts. I'm like, who do I put here first? Who do I need? What makes it difficult is this, okay, so we realize those guys aren't too difficult. We can handle them. And we're like, alright, let's get shorts facing up, so when I need to pop her active, I can pop it. Okay, now I realize, okay, I gotta get Silver Ash in the back. Shorts is plugging away in the back there. I started activating. Now I see she just shreds people. The sound effect's also really cool. I'm not gonna lie. And then here we go. The big dude's here. I'm like, oh, not too much damage. So then I realized I put Helga in the back, at the bottom there. And I'm like, all right, there we go. We can stall people out. And then I realized, oh crap, that's not gonna be good because those guys with the little misty things, you can't target them until they are blocked. So until they face one of your units, you can't block them. They can't be attacked. So I'm like, oh no, this is a little nuts. And I'm like, okay, I gotta get Silver Ash's OP ability here to just AoE the crap out of people. So anybody that comes into his field, plus Schwartz doing her thing, yeah, it was just easy. Alright, and then I realized, okay, people are kind of leaking through because Myrtle can only block, I think, 2 people most. And then the third guy's coming through, and so we're like, okay. Alright, so she goes down. I'm like, oh crap, what do I do? I realized I could get Siege out maybe in time. No. I'm gonna let Silver Ash keep the brunt of that. Put Sari up front so that no one else can get through. I still got Talopsis healing, so it's not that big of a deal. Then I realized, oh crap, my Helga went down fast, so I'll put Lapland in the back just to make sure I get some decent DPS off. Nothing else I can do at this point. Maybe put Siege up just to hold the storm, or weather the storm there. Then I realized she's not getting any healing. But then Saria, she heals her units whenever she gets enough AP to use her skill. And I'm like, alright, they're all coming out in droves here, so I gotta get everything popped. Silver Ash, get your AoE out. And we're doing okay. So of course, I can't target those guys. No range, but then they're misty, meaning they have to meet and be blocked by someone before you do it. So there we are. Alrighty, so that's the end of that. That's where I said, you know what, okay, we're done with this. I'm definitely going to be playing this a lot, maybe making more videos or doing it on stream. There's going to be more to come within days, just trying to see what I can make available for you all. And kind of go through, explain a little bit about the game here. For those who don't know, again, tower defense gacha. There's lots of things to do. Here's the base. So you can make stuff, you can trade things, you know, you can decorate your base, you know. That's another thing you can do. You can farm furniture or currency to buy furniture. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time. Nolar out.